In this episode of The Frieze, the Yankees are streaking into Kansas City. We'll take a look at what's been going right. Next, Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton are heating up at the same time. Uh-oh. Next, we'll preview the Royals series and tell you what to watch for if you're able to watch the game. Finally, a farm report. Jason Dominguez, Anthony Volpe, and Oswald Peraza are all heating up while Ken Waldichuk continues to dominate. Plus, your voicemails. I'm Derek, and this is The Frieze.
Good afternoon. How do y'all like that?
And a miss on 2-2.
All right, we all said that the Yankees needed to get off to a better start in 2022. 2021, in their first 19 games, they were just 8-11. This year, already 5 games better than that, 13-6. So even if the Yankees play exactly the same baseball for the rest of the way, they're a 97-win team. The offense has begun to come around. 735 team OPS, that's second in the American League. Obviously boosted by 3 out of 4 games in which he scored double digits against the Orioles, something you needed to do. 25 team home runs, that's second in the American League. We've seen Anthony Rizzo go off this year, 8 home runs so far this season. They're third in the American League in runs scored. And their pitching continues to dominate, 2.92 team ERA. We saw some rough bullpen outings this weekend against the Orioles, but the starting pitching has been pretty much lights out all year, and we get to see Nestor Cortes on Friday night against the Royals. Nestor Cortes has been phenomenal this season, just 2 runs allowed all year. That's good for a 1.15 ERA through his first 3 starts, 15 2/3 innings, 25 strikeouts, and 3 walks. That's an 8.33 strikeout to walk ratio and 14.4 strikeouts per 9. He's also allowed just 1 home run, tied with Jordan Montgomery for the least on the staff among starting pitchers. He'll be going on Friday night, but I don't blame you if you can't catch the game. It's on Apple Plus TV. It is not listed as being on MLB TV, so if you're not an Apple Plus TV customer, you might be kind of SOL. I do have Apple TV Plus, but I also have Amazon Prime, and I couldn't access the game on Amazon Prime when it was on a couple of weeks ago because I am out of the market. I was able to watch that game on MLB TV. I would love to do a watch party tonight, but it might be kind of an impromptu watch party because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get the game. If not, I guess I'll just take the night off from highlights and we'll just do a recap and I'll listen to the game on the radio. So, your guess is as good as mine what the content is going to be tonight. So hang in there. It sucks that Major League Baseball is doing this. I, for one, don't get it because you're trying to expand the game. Why take away viewers and make it harder for them to watch the game? In marketing, we call that a stopping point. It's why the doors open automatically when you go into a grocery store. Not only because it's easier to push the cart, but because they want to create less obstacles to you coming in and buying stuff. MLB is actively creating obstacles to watch tonight's game, and I'm not happy about it, and I know you guys aren't either. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. We've got some guys heating up. We'll talk about Judge in a minute. Anthony Rizzo, 1.098 OPS in 2022. He's turned out to be a much better fit for the Yankees than I thought. Last year when he came over to the team, he got off to a hot start, but then he really slowed down after COVID, and I think I made the rookie mistake of judging that version of Anthony Rizzo as the actual Anthony Rizzo. This year he's looked like a totally different player, and he's looked like the perfect Yankee. Even seeing people talk about him becoming captain, I don't think that's realistic because he's kind of a late addition late in his career. But it's clear that he's become kind of a de facto veteran leader, and he's just doing his thing out there, and he looks great. Also doing great, the Yankees bench. We've seen a little bit of a catching controversy in recent days. Jose Trevino has been fantastic this year. He's doing a great job behind the dish. He's picking up key hits. He hasn't been totally lost at the plate. He was a late addition that none of us were really expecting just because Ben Rortvedt got injured. Ben Rortvedt, by the way, is rehabbing, not quite ready to go get into games, but manager Aaron Boone said he is over the oblique injury, so you can expect that we'll see him in a few weeks. He's another left-handed bat, and we're always talking about how the Yankees are too right-handed. Kyle Higashioka, I know he's Garrett Cole's personal catcher, but if he doesn't step up his play, he could be at risk of going down to AAA when Rortvedt is ready. Higashioka, I know he's not in there for his offense, but he's hitting just 128. That's 5 for 39. He's been worth negative 0.5 WAR this season. No home runs, just 1 RBI. If Rortvedt is swinging the bat at all during his rehab, you got to think that he's got a chance to overtake Higashioka, because right now you cannot send down Jose Trevino. I also want to hear your takes on this, so feel free to call into the voicemail or leave a comment and let me know what the catching situation should be once Ben Rortvedt is ready. Well, the Yankees offense, as we mentioned, has shot up to one of the best in the league statistically, thanks to the Guardians and Orioles pitching staffs. And one of the reasons that that's happened is we're starting to get some production out of the big three, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and Joey Gallo. Aaron Judge has been the hottest of the three. He had a phenomenal homestand, 375 average, 1.340 OPS, 4 home runs, and 8 ribbies. Giancarlo had decent numbers, an 807 OPS with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. But as we've seen, he's been making harder contact, and we all know that that's a precursor to him going berserker. I think he's going to have a monster series, and if the Royals are somehow able to contain him, then maybe he'll be set to go off against the Blue Jays, whom the Yankees play in Toronto after this series. Going to be a fun 6 games if this guy starts hitting regularly, because he is a man who can carry you on his back. Joey Gallo, I know the numbers don't look that sexy, 182 average on the homestand, but he did hit a couple of home runs, and we know that Joey Gallo hits them in bunches as well. Wouldn't be surprised if Gallo and Stanton join Aaron Judge in having monster games over the next, week or 10 days. One thing to remember, last year when the Yankees really started to take off, it was the production of Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton that carried them, and they carried them for a long time. So if you get these guys hot right at the beginning of the season, it could help the Yankees create some cushion for themselves, and it could also mean that Brian Cashman is more aggressive at the deadline. If the Yankees are leading and they're in first place at the deadline, I wouldn't be surprised if the Yankees try and go out and get one more big pitcher, maybe another big bat. But all of that ties into what the Yankees do right now. These next 6 games against the Royals and the Blue Jays, while everyone's healthy and you've got some guys hitting, could be a huge influence on what happens later in the season. All right, let's talk about the Royals. They shouldn't be much of a threat. 57 runs scored this season, 76 runs allowed, so not a great offense and not a great pitching staff. 7-10 record on the year. They're actually in second place in the American League Central. One guy you definitely cannot let beat you under any circumstances is Salvador Perez. 48 home runs, 121 RBIs last year. He finished 7th in the MVP voting, won the Silver Slugger as a catcher for the 4th time. He's got 5 homers and 8 RBIs so far. Don't even pitch to him. Just throw it in the dirt. Put him on first base. The rest of this team is not going to beat you. Andrew Benintendi hitting for a decent average, 393. Actually, it's better than decent. He's damn good. 1 home run, 10 RBIs. He always gives the Yankees trouble offensively and defensively. And Hunter Dozier is somebody the Yankees got to watch out for. 3 home runs and 6 RBIs this year for the Royals. But other than that, they should be very beatable. The Yankees are going to miss Zach Greinke. Royals are tossing a couple of lefties in this series. All right, it's time to check in on some of the prospects. I'm excited about what Jason Dominguez has been doing lately. Went hitless yesterday, but from April 10th through April 27th, he hit 365, 1 home run and 6 RBIs. He's also swiped 3 bags. Looks like he's finally getting comfortable. I've heard the weather has been pretty bad for all the Yankees minor league teams so far. Anthony Volpe had a nice day on his birthday yesterday. He's up to 200 off the interstate, 2 home runs and 12 RBIs. 10 walks so far, showcasing a very nice eye at Double-A. Oswald Peraza went deep yesterday, and let me tell you, it was an absolute blast. He's got 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Still off to a bit of a slow start, but hopefully heating up. Austin Wells has been doing very nice at High A. He's hitting .300 with an .869 OPS. Hit his first home run of the year the other day. Again, a massive blast. Everson Pereira at High A also doing a nice job. Stands out to me as the 6 stolen bases. Yankees are running the bases very well in the minor leagues. They continue to be aggressive. And Ken Waldachuk off to a very nice start at Double-A. Wouldn't shock me if he's in Triple-A soon. 1.88 ERA. He's got a very funky delivery, throws in the mid-90s, has good command, and so far 22 strikeouts in 14 and a third innings pitched. He's really just dominating Double-A hitters. Might be time to challenge him at the next level in the next couple of weeks.
Hey Derek, I'm Sal. I've been watching you since last season. Your production value has gotten so top tier, and I just want to say I really enjoy your channel, man. If the Yankees had to improve somewhere at the deadline, where would you like to see them improve? Whether it's a position player or a pitcher. I'm really loving this 2022 team, but I want to know your opinion. Thank you, Derek.
Hey Sal, thanks for the kind words about the channel. I still think that left field is a spot where the Yankees can do a little bit better. I know Joey Gallo has been hitting better. We had a segment on him earlier in the episode. He's had more power, more ribbies lately. But I still think the Yankees could benefit from a bit more consistency out of that spot in the order. A little bit more contact. I am a fan of somebody the Yankees will see this weekend, and that is Andrew Benintendi. He comes in hitting .393. Good contact guy. I think he'd hit for more power in Yankee Stadium, and he's always been a pretty solid defender out there as well. He's somebody that I think the Yankees could go after at the deadline, but they would probably have to move Gallo in a separate deal because the Royals won't have any interest in Gallo. So I could see a couple of tweaks being made here and there. Wouldn't mind upgrading at the catcher position. Depends, again, what we get out of Rortvedt and whether or not Trevino gets exposed with more playing time. I think we've seen enough to know that Higgy is better as a part-time player, as a backup, than as the main everyday catcher. Just does not hit enough.
Hey Derek, how's it going? I've been listening to your show since 1,000 subscribers. I just want to talk about the JD IKF trade. I think it's great that we got a guy like IKF because not only does this guy put the ball in play, he knows how to hustle and he could glove it over at short. We've seen him heat up in the past couple of days, and I have absolutely loved him. Now for Donaldson, that guy knows how to pick it at third, but with this pop, he doesn't really put the ball in play as much as I wish he could. But if he can start putting the ball in play, we'd see some great stuff out of that guy. And finally, I want to talk about Miguel Andujar. Obviously, I don't think he's going to get as many reps right now because of Hicks being on the paternity leave. But the Yankees really need a guy like Andujar because, once again, like IKF, that guy knows how to put the ball in play. Derek, thank you.
Hey, this is Mark from Central Florida. I am a longtime Yankee fan, and I really like how the team is playing right now. It's funny that when you win, everybody looks like a genius, but when you're losing, it seems like everybody's an idiot. So maybe Cashman was right in picking up IKF and Donaldson. Hopefully Donaldson can pick it up a little bit over the next few days and weeks. I think Andujar and Gallo should platoon in left field, and I think the Yankees should go out and find a catcher, use Higgy or Trevino or Rortvedt as backups. But I think that would be better than having just kind of an automatic out or a low batting average player in that position. But pitching's good, hitting's coming around, winning streaks are nice, and hopefully maybe a trade deadline we can pick up a superstar or a good contract and win it all this year.
Hey Derek, love the show. I think it's becoming very apparent that the Yankees are becoming a pitching and defense-oriented team. And with that in mind, it's becoming very quickly apparent that Miguel Andujar has no long-term place on the team. And that makes me sad because I love him. So my prediction is to see him hold up, get hot for a few games, get traded for absolutely nothing, and maybe do well with another team. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.